Hola a todos. Today I'm going to read you the book about the life of Maya Angelou. It has been written by Lisbeth Kaiser and illustrated by Leire. I hope you enjoy it. Margaret was born in the city of St. Louis in the USA. Her brother called her Maya. When Maya was 4, she and her brother were sent to live with their grandmother in Stamps, Arkansas. Let's see there. Growing up in the South, Maya was treated unfairly because of the color of her skin and because she was a girl. The world outside was very cruel. There is a shop there with a sign that it says whites only. So Maya couldn't come inside the shop just because the color of her skin. Home was hard too. When Maya was 8, her mother's boyfriend attacked her. Maya was so upset, she stopped talking. A friend of her grandmother's named Miss Flowers noticed that Maya was afraid to use her voice. Miss Flowers showed Maya all kinds of wonderful books and how the words come alive when you read them out loud. Maya found her voice again in the stories and poems of great writers. She loved words so much, she read every book in the library. Even though Maya was a great student, she was told that she couldn't get a job because of the color of her skin. But she had pride and hope. She thought, there is nothing I can't be. Here they are graduating, and he said, lift every voice. And she was right. She was a cook and a streetcar conductor. She was a dancer and a singer and an actress. How wonderful. She traveled the world and learned to speak a lot of languages. How clever. At home in America, she worked to help all people get treated equally. So we can see here in some protests, rights for women, stop violence, the theatre, a cabaret for freedom. It wasn't until Maya was all grown up that she decided she wanted to be a writer. So she began writing a book about her life. She told the story of a little girl who struggled through hard times but didn't give up. People all around the world were moved by her powerful story and her beautiful words. Maya became a famous writer, teacher, and speaker, inspiring everyone with her belief that you can be anything you want to be. And we can see here some of the books that he wrote. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Mom and Me and Mom, and Still I Rise. These are poems, a book of poems. Wonderful poems. On the day Bill Clinton became president, Maya read a poem. She had once been a little girl who was afraid to use her voice. Now she was speaking to the entire country about her favorite thing: hope. Lift up your hearts. And this is just some photographs of Maya Angelou. I'm just gonna leave you there so you can have a look. So it says Maya Angelou, born in 1928 and died in 2014. This photo was taken in 1937, 1957, 1971 and 1990. Maya Angelou is one of the most memorable voices in American culture. Born Marguerite Annie Jonson in St. Louis, Missouri, she spent much of her childhood in a small town in the South. There, she faced a lot of unfairness because of her skin color. When she was 8, she was attacked by her mother's boyfriend and she stopped speaking for 5 years. In that time, she grew to love books and found power and strength in words. Maya overcame her childhood struggles and went on to lead a marvelous life. She became a dancer, singer, actress, writer, director, journalist, playwright, producer, teacher, and an activist for civil rights. She performed in nightclubs and began calling herself Maya Angelou. She also became a mother and a grandmother. In 1969, Maya turned the memories from her childhood in a book called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. The book became famous and sold millions of copies around the world. Maya wrote many more books, won many awards, and read her poems at the White House and the United Nations. People everywhere continue to be inspired by her incredible life, her beautiful words, and her powerful, hopeful voice. What an extraordinary story, and what an extraordinary woman. This is the book. I really loved Maya Angelou. If you have the chance, read some of her poems, read some of her books. They're very inspiring, full of hope. And I hope that you have enjoyed today's reading. Okay, adios.